Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Aether Iron. And in the last stream, guys, all hell broke loose. General Tillinghast has gone berserk and set a good portion of White Street on fire, and now we are trying to escape with our lives. We've got the general all the way back here with 43 health. Wow. Well, I guess the first thing we need to do is get rid of the small fries. Stellar. Alright, and let's go ahead and move Gia and them all the way up. Well, hold on. I could probably do some damage here. There we go. Every little bit helps. Gia took a little bit of chin music, so we're going to go through here. And, well, actually, we may as well start whittling down. Oh, yeah, there we go. Crest is going to take a little bit of chin music, but hopefully nothing too bad.
Damn, tyrant.
Good. Is Crest going to get hit with the death ray? Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm surprisingly okay with that. Oh, sorry, Crest. I keep on forgetting about that. Okay. I don't know if we necessarily want to lock him in. Hey, Bomar, what's going on? We'll end the turn. And we've got 9 points. We'll move here, and then we'll use the ability to convert all AP into health.
Today I make things right. Today your insurrection ends for a better, peaceful tomorrow. For White Street. For all of New York.
Oh, there's the death rate. That's what I was expecting. Okay. So we'll go back here. And boom. And how much does it cost to actually do the shotgun? Ah, it takes 5 AP. Choo-choo. And another friendly ram. Where can we repair? Direction, omnidirectional. Oh, there we go. It's everyone around her. Oh, Gia's in a bad spot. Uh-oh. Oh, you're a healer. I hate you.
Behold the raw power of concentrated Aether!
No! He removed the power limiter!
What's that mean?
It's releasing an astronomical amount of energy and overheating the engine. He's hurting himself every time he uses that cannon.
Then all we gotta do is outlast him.
Yeah. Ouch. Ew. We need to get this healer out of the way. Goodbye. Now let's move up this way, maybe? Yeah, that's definitely not ideal for any of us. Let's drop some of Aether damage here, maybe? Five and 3. And then 2 to hit the brakes. Yes, okay. Almost dead. Oh no. Okay, I thought they were gonna ram us. I forgot about that.
The circuits are melting! Gia, if he uses that cannon any longer, he'll...
Better him than us.
Mm-hmm. More binkies have arrived. How do we want to play this? The brakes and a nice shotgun blast. I know you're probably gonna die anyway, but... Well, actually, you know what? If you're gonna go ahead and Let's make it absolutely 4. I need 4, right? Direction left. Choo-choo. Oh crap, sludge. Oh, there we go. Sludge. And you're gonna have some additional pain. Woo!
That one hurt.
Oh, you're getting fired.
This can't be. I have a destiny. White Street has a destiny.
Good riddance.
Half the car is gone, vaporized into nothing. What remains of the weapon, the journal of research, and the blood-stained tyrant lies unrecognizable, twisted within a tangle of aether and iron.
She said the thing! Broken aether beam.
He deserved worse.
I know, but we can't stick around. We gotta get out of White Street.
Yeah, we are not in a good way right now.
A Baron's seat going empty never ends with peace. Eli's death is going to set the lowers on fire.
Blood in the water. Ah, Victoria. Scrap metal, refurbished turbo engine. Ooh, turbo.
There's no ticker tape or cheering crowd waiting for us back at the hole. Only quiet shadows and an escape from a corner of the world turned upside down. Cress slips away, leaving me and Nellie under a cloud of uncertainty.
Oh, Gia, I'm so glad you're alive. I didn't want you to die.
You were in the car with me, no?
The kid is barely out of the car before her arms are around my neck and she buries her head in my coat. A somber mumble creeps out from under the silent tears and rough leather.
If Eli is no longer in charge, what happens to White Street? I know elections aren't common down here, but surely there must be some kind of succession plan.
I gently disengage from the kid. Nothing pleasant. Lowers barons usually stay in charge until they're bumped off. Only a few stick around long enough to think about passing it on. Fewer actually do. The general had a chain of command, but no official successor. Knowing White Street, their leadership will fight it out, if the other baronies don't move in on them first.
But they don't... The war won't keep going, will it?
My sweet summer child.
White Street's been fighting ever since Eli created it. Even if there's soldiers who want out, doubt the big guys on top would allow a ceasefire.
Oh.
Can't stop them all, kid. Just remember, they might be fighting each other, but they don't have Eli's weapon anymore. It's not much consolation, but it's enough to stoke a dying spark into a hopeful little flame.
That's right. I checked the weapon myself. Its core components were damaged beyond repair, so the chances of anyone using it again should be impossible. More importantly, it made me realize something. All my calculations about the well, I think they've been off.
You missed something.
No. Maybe. I hadn't considered red Aether. It was banned, and it's terribly inefficient. So much of the energy just spilling out. But if I adjust my numbers to match that cannon...
Well, here's the gun, man.
The gears are already back to work, filling Nellie's head with something other than a blown-out theater, dead friends, and smoldering islands. I hear a clatter from the garage, and wonder if Cress is trying to do the same. I should check on her.
Yeah, we probably should. But first, we've got a new combat action we can learn. But let's get our gumshoe up. So that'll give us the ability to learn either Taunt, Aether Void, or Reconfigure. Once per combat, deal damage to a vehicle equal to 40% of your missing AP. Whoa. I like that. Grease Monkey will go up by 1.
Good day. Thank you.
Just want to see if there's anything else to do.
Back so soon.
Now, a custom engine designed for dramatically increased aether flow to the pistons. This one was taken off a wreck and repaired to be mostly good as new. So it gives us a +9 AP. We've got some NOS to escape if we have to. Creative cigars, we'll sell those. Some coin. I'm going to go ahead and sell the pair of brass knuckles because we have 2. Keep the fake license plate. And it looks like we do just right-click to use that, so that is a one-time use. That's a shame. I do like the water... I think we may go ahead and get rid of the caltrops. So let's go ahead and sell that. We can always buy it back if we need to. And everything else looks good.
Have a look. Do Virginia.
I find Cress back under her junker. She usually handles it with a steady hand and a rhythmic bang of tools. Right now, the wrench moves a step too quick, jerking the car into the occasional convulsing shake.
Buzz off, Gia. I'm busy.
Sure you should be working right now?
She said buzz off.
What else should I be doing? Having a drink? So what if Eli's dead? I can't celebrate. I messed up, and people are dead.
You didn't pull the trigger. You didn't kill those people.
I got them involved. I made them a target. I never should have let them help with the escape. We both know you don't beat Barons by playing fair. But what difference does it make? All those tyrants need is to snap their fingers, and everyone you love is gone.
Cress, I know what you're thinking, but you can't go there.
That's the problem. I wasn't thinking. I should have grabbed them sooner. Asked Iron Hand for help. I should have left you out of it. They were gonna shoot you, and it would have been my fault. I dragged you into this whole mess.
She fights with something deep under the car. I eye the lift for the rusted junker nervously as it gives a warning groan. It echoes in the garage like a crack before an avalanche.
We shall join Cress under the car. That way, under the car, she won't have enough movement to actually slug me.
I grab a spare creeper and roll under the car beside Cress. Her eyes remain fixed to some rusty bolt, but as the creaking of the jack becomes distant, her shoulders loosen.
Hand me that wrench. The one to your left. The bolts, too.
Hope you appreciate this. Gia is wearing white.
I grab her what she needs, and she continues to work, seemingly on nothing.
We'll stay silent.
I never
Let her talk.
told you how I got out of my contract.
You threatened to break my jaw for asking too many personal questions when we first met, remember? A snort. The first crack of joy on a bleak day, before silence swallowed it back up. She pauses and rolls out from under the car. I follow. Without the massive weight above us, we breathe in unison. I motion towards the corner where some old crates just need a quick rearrangement for an improvised chair. She falls onto her seat as if an invisible hand were shoving her downward.
2 barons were fighting. No relation to White Street. Just another pair of tyrants playing tug-of-war over our island. They fought for a whole year. Banners and contract terms changed every few months. Nothing new, until those bastards decided to hit the generators. Topsiders ran, we stayed. Our contracts don't give us a choice. And the Terriers locked the doors. Who cares if rats die or get hurt, as long as the rest of you keep flying?
She runs a thumb along the curve of her metal wrist, eyes distant.
That's probably how she lost her arm.
When an island begins to fall, it starts with a terrible metal screaming. You can't yell. You can't hear yourself. Then the generators fail, and everything is quiet. It's a terrible quiet. Worse than the screaming.
You're not useless, Cress. The whole island was falling. What could you do?
The whole island was falling because it was my station. It was me. What I couldn't do. After that, every shift changed. Every missed quota, every job I couldn't finish. The looks I got because I was half a person. I was dead weight. They were just too nice to say it.
I don't believe that.
No warring barony should have left their generators unguarded. Even the Whole goes out of its way to protect theirs.
They did, but no defense is perfect. Like at the tomb. Be stubborn enough and everything's got a weak spot. Ours was several layers of iron getting blasted over and over until something gave.
But the generator turned back on.
I tried everything.
She shrugs her shoulder and holds up her metal arm in the dim light.
Hey, Salty. Welcome.
Finally, it started working again.
And that got you out of your contract.
No, that was my parents. I had 40 years left. Plus another 10 for letting the generators fail. My parents didn't want me dying like that. Stuck in some iron coffin as it fell to the ground.
Okay, Tay.
Iron Hand found a loophole in my contract. With us changing hands so often during the war, someone that got sloppy. Left in something that would allow me to transfer my years to family.
And that's how you landed in the hole in the underground.
Eventually. The Hole needed a mechanic. Didn't matter what color the eyes were. The underground came later, and they didn't care either. They just wanted people willing to fight to change the world. But I messed that up too. I couldn't help Alex and Maria, or anyone else in the theater. So yeah, I can't fix a damn thing.
So what, you planning on staying down here forever?
Got any better ideas?
It's not worth punishing yourself. Either that, or do you accept your limitations, or...
It's not all on you. You still got people. We still need you. And not just because you're a crackshot mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
We've been through it, but we can move forward. Together.
I'll think about it, maybe. But anyway, I'm not what you should be most worried about. You killed a Baron today.
Technically, the Baron killed himself.
I didn't do anything. Eli blew himself up.
Yes. Details.
That's not what people saw. You took him on, and then he blew up. People aren't gonna look any further than that.
Her words hit the mark. I could shoot up goons all day and it wouldn't scare off a single good job. But someone who mattered? Killing Valentine had turned me from reliable to bloodthirsty killer. Killing a Baron would make me a rabid dog in need of being put down. I pulled myself up after Valentine. I'll figure something out.
You need more than that.
Yeah? I'm dry on favors, and Mr. Blanc doesn't work with liabilities.
Just meet me at the lighthouse. I might have something for you.
Ooh. Ominous. But first, dear God, do we need to repair?
Libations for everybody!
Chrisman, thank you so much for that $25 Extra Life dono. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. That puts us at $1,440.36. Greatly appreciate that. Hope you're doing all right. Okay, you have a fun hypothetical question for the stream, Salty? Go for it, while we do our repairs here. And also see how much it would cost. Yeah, it is doing well. Has been a long time. I had a question for you. Were you in Milwaukee this past weekend? Efficient repulsors. Okay. Oh yeah, we can upgrade the engine. The turbo. Oh, repeat question. Twitch glitched. Were you in Milwaukee this past weekend? For the Midwest Gaming Classic? Well, now let's see if we can go ahead and install... You stayed Texas bound? Okay. I was wondering because I saw someone in the in a bar that looked exactly like you. So much to this point, I almost tried to, I was trying to get their attention. So you got a doppelganger around the Milwaukee area. All right. You have doppelgangers? You are aware? Alright, we're gonna put on the improved stock engine. There, that's going to be much, much better. Now, let's go back here. Yeah, Tay, it was. You're aware, you have your doppelganger agents all over the country. Just wanted to do a drive-by dono, see you and have fun. Alright, boss, you have a good one. Thanks so much. Very much appreciate that dono and helping out the kids. Okay, we're gonna sell. Holy crap, new things have appeared. Medium size storage compartment. I like the small concealed one though. Racing repulsors keeps your car stable and safe from terrible drivers. That's kind of cool. Marked deck. Expend this item to respec one character's talents. That's nice. I was wondering if you were going to be able to do that. Armor Buster. A device that weakens the armor of vehicles, making them vulnerable to projectile damage. It's an auxiliary part. expert repair kit. We technically haven't had to use any of them. Shunter, a magnet-powered device that moves vehicles without damaging them. Grenade launcher. Lobs rocket-propelled grenades right where you need them to be. Okay, sorry, Salty. Let's take Beaudry, Mesmer, Threll, and Soko. Assume for the hypothetical they are at similar levels to keep this interesting. If they go in a free-for-all, who would win? I would say it would come down between... I don't think Mesmer would last long in that fight. I think Beaudry and Threll would take each other out, and Soko would take out the scraps. He was a tank spec Jedi. So add the Force to that.
Smoke and shadows fill a room of maps, radios, and pneumatic tubes. But in the jumble of business, everything still points to a single figure coolly leaning against the far wall.
You wanted to know who my sponsor is? Gia, I'd like to introduce you to the underground.
My favorite Jane's Addiction song.
The figure steps forward, tall and confident, his voice pouring through the haze like a steady stream of olive oil from a broken cask.
Name's Apollo Diamond. And darling, we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, darling. Oh, we got $300. Woo! Baron photos. Okay, let's go ahead and look through your hideout here before we have a chat.
In the comics, the cops always have photos of the dastardly perps they're chasing pinned to a corkboard. Here, the hunters aren't lawmen, and the targets aren't slab-jawed gangsters with names like Jimmy the Shark. They're the actual barons of our own city. Radio consoles sporting complex buttons, dials, and wires indicate the underground spent some serious coin on communications. Makes sense a secret rebel faction would have lines of clandestine contact throughout the city.
I hope there's an agent named Manuel Calavera.
You've been a very busy little bee, and we've been paying close attention. Your little rendezvous with the Madrigals, for instance. Personally, I wouldn't have let any of those cockroaches leave that warehouse alive. You may come to regret that choice.
What? You've been keeping tabs on me?
There's White Street's quartermaster, of course. Walking free, thanks to you. We can manage him, but nobody in this city is innocent, sweetheart. You'd better learn that.
Chris, you've been telling this guy everything, haven't you?
Miss Carter told us how you saved this Needles fellow at the General's Gala. Friends stick together. We appreciate that kind of loyalty.
Right. Well, pleasure's mine and all that, but just so you know, I don't like being watched.
Oh, comes with the job. You already know my associate, old Iron Hand here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see you again. I'm glad you and Cressa are both safe.
Sam Lowe seems more tense than when I first met him, as though standing next to a movie star makes him uncomfortable. Or maybe it's something entirely different.
For or better. That will do. We got a dice roll, guys.
No, it goes deeper than that. It's in the lines of their bodies, the energy they project into this cramped space. These men are like oil and water, fundamentally opposed. Diamond fidgets like a caged animal. Lowe is rooted to the spot like a load-bearing beam. These two are a powder keg. All they need is a spark.
Glad you could make it, Gia. You didn't have to help Maria and Alex, but you did. Thank you. They didn't have enough money for a traditional memorial, but we made do.
I've got money. Can you dig them up?
I squirm in discomfort at the mention of the recently departed Aethaniers. I don't like it when things get too personal. Iron Hand is oblivious, steaming on ahead like a freight train.
The
Freeholm welcomed back all its lost children thanks to you. We owe you a debt, and we'll find a way to pay it.
Oh, okay, gotcha, Salty.
I don't know what to say. Who would?
I remember our last conversation in the Freeholm. You backed up Cress, which means you're loyal to your friends. That's good.
Okay, so you're a political group or something. I assume you didn't invite me to your secret hideout for a round of cribbage.
But we will play cribbage if you offer.
Oh, you assume correctly, sweetheart. And you'd better hope this little chat goes well.
Apollo, come on. I told you, she's legit.
I believe you, Cress, as does Apollo, or he wouldn't have come. However, before we move forward, there are things we must first discuss.
You killed the general. That's a good start. Wins you some points with this crowd.
You know, the thing about it is that Cress is right. So, or Gia had that conversation. Let's just go ahead and own it.
So what if I did?
You see, Sam? This is the 8-shot we've heard about. A stone-cold killer.
We have enough killers in our ranks, Apollo. What we need are leaders.
Well, regardless, Tillinghast was just the beginning. We've got bigger fish to fry.
I am not going to like you, am I?
With a showman's grace, Apollo gestures to a map of the barony called Dreamland, where a photograph of an elegant, sharp-eyed elderly woman is pinned. Her face is framed by newspaper cutouts and tabloid headlines.
I take it you are familiar with Marm Weiss?
Of course. Who hasn't heard of Marm Weiss?
Sure, I've heard of her.
Good. But you may not be aware of the full extent of what she's up to. Dreamland's a den of vice, and she's its baron. She's supported by her hand-picked squad of elite, highly trained lieutenants called the Does.
Oh.
And she's aggressively expanding her territory.
Huh, that's putting it mildly. She's gobbling up every bit of floating real estate she can. And damn anyone who's rude enough to live there already. She's destroying lives. We can't look the other way any longer.
Terrific. And what does any of this have to do with me, exactly?
This Apollo guy has very strong Neville Sinclair energy. If you know, you know.
Oh, don't play coy, darling. You're going to help us take her down.
We shall now laugh in his face.
I can't restrain a bark of incredulous laughter. I don't really try that hard. Says who, Hollywood? You? Maybe he's used to trying on different emotions like hats off a rack, because the matinee idol's expression slides without friction into barely controlled rage.
As a matter of fact,
Ironhand senses this change in temperature and extends an arm to restrain his partner's sudden surge of passion.
We'll pay, of course. We know your services don't come free.
Damn right they don't. Who's funding this little rebellion of yours anyway? How do I know you'll make good?
I've got more money than you've ever seen in your life, sweetheart. And I'm using it to fix this broken city. I'm helping people. What are you doing?
Call Apollo's bluff?
You're doing a real bang-up job so far. The lowers are really thriving right now. The angry flush in Apollo's cheeks bleeds into something more like excitement. I realize he's enjoying this.
Oh, darling. We're just getting started.
Gia, I've seen what you can do. We already have someone on the inside in Marm's camp, but we need your help. Plenty in it for you, too.
I'm surprised at her use of the word we. I look at her, standing amongst this oddball crew as if she's always been there. She really is one of them. Not for the first time, I throw away rational thought like a pair of loaded dice and go all in. Ah, hell. Fine. I'm charging double my usual rate, though.
Because you're rude.
Excellent. I knew we could count on you.
Cress's smile is so small, I doubt anyone else can see it, but it shines like a speck of gold in a fast-moving creek. Fool that I am, I start to think I made the right choice.
Other than like the plethora of detective-like descriptions, I actually really like Gia's writing. Very good character. Inspect the door.
I swing open the door, revealing a frazzled-looking Nellie, hair and glasses askew. She spots me and her shoulders drop with exaggerated relief.
Gia! There you are. Took me ages to find you. I wanted to...
There's an awkward pin-drop silence as she realizes the room is full of strangers, all staring at her. Her eyes collect new data points from all over the room, including the barren hit list on the wall.
We can't let her live. She's seen too much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Eleanor Reinhardt. Nellie's fine.
How the hell did you find this place?
You're Apollo Diamond. I love your movies.
Yes, what a pleasure. Sam, we need to have a chat about security.
Gia, he's a movie star. What's a movie star doing here?
How'd you find me?
Simple. I reasoned you'd be with Cress. Hi, Cress. I've seen you visit this lighthouse often. At first, my working hypothesis was this was a hideaway of sorts. But when I started seeing others headed in and out as well, people I didn't recognize, I realized it had to be.
Salty, thank you for that $9.64 extra life dono. I have no stream character reason for this besides the fact that I didn't like the 34 cents and use it to make an extra life dono. So themes and such, I hope it helps. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you guys for the donations tonight. That really means a lot.
Okay, I get it. You're pretty observant, huh?
Thank you.
Some might even say nosy.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Too late now, Principessa. Cat's out of the bag. No getting around it now, I guess. Nellie, this is Apollo Diamond. Apollo, Dr. Eleanor Reinhardt.
Be nice.
Nellie flushes pinker than grapefruit juice. The kids stared down assassins, gangsters, scrappers, and everything else the lowers could throw at her. But faced with her favorite matinee idol, she's turned to jelly.
Nellie's fine.
I finally realized who Nellie reminds me of. Alphys from Undertale. That's a great shout. Definite strong Alphys energy.
Charmed, darling. You'll excuse me if we skip the autograph for now, Randazzo, is she trustworthy?
Probably more than I am. You going to toss her out?
Gia, what's going on?
I looked at Diamond and he just throws up his hands, accepting fate. I take a moment to quietly catch her up on the situation. It's a lot of information to absorb all at once, but she soaks it up like an eager sponge. I'm sure it helps that she overheard half of it through the door. Kid, what are you doing here?
If I may be so bold, I'm a little concerned you all think some Baron is the most pressing problem facing us right now. In a matter of weeks, the well is going to devour the lowers, and then none of that will matter.
This pronouncement hits the room with clanging dissonance, as incongruous with the existing mood as a sidewalk smooch interrupted by a panhandler shrieking about little green men on Mars. Sam Lowe, the soft-hearted altruist, indulges her.
Is it now? And how do you know that?
She knows her stuff, boss. She's got Heights education. If we...
This is all quite fascinating, but I think we can save the science lecture for another time,
No, we can't. Which part of this are you struggling to understand? We need to do something about the well immediately.
Yeah, Apollo/Asterion. You hear Nellie out.
Come on, let the kid talk. She knows more about this stuff than all of us put together.
Thank you, Gia.
Listen, I'm sorry, but our resources are committed elsewhere. I'm sure you're right about the well, dear, but right now, the Barons are the biggest threat to this city.
Fine. If you won't believe me, then I'll show you.
Nellie begins gathering items strewn across the table and narrating her thoughts, as though the hideout is a classroom and she's presenting an impromptu lecture. She places the flotsam onto the map in the center of the table.
This is the well, all right? And this can represent an island, and another, the lowers.
Despite the sudden oddness of this disruption, everyone is listening attentively. Little Nellie, or more accurately, Dr. Reinhardt, is in her element.
We all know the well is a concentration of gravity. This here is what you're used to, but it won't stay like this. My projections show the well rapidly increasing in size, and therefore increasing in power.
All right then, I'll bite. What does that mean?
The kid's eyes flash to me as she realizes her science speak isn't getting through to this audience. Maybe I can help.
We'll try to encourage her. A little smooth talking. 5 or better. Let's do it.
You're on a roll, kid. Don't stop now. The others glance between us, but I hold her stare. Her face brightens, and she seems to take on renewed energy, like a sunflower soaking up summer rays. Nellie grabs the edges of the map, lifting them a few inches off the tabletop. The items representing our city's floating islands remain in place.
As the well increases in intensity, its pull on everything nearby will also increase. A few days from now, it might be like this. A month from now.
She hoists the edges of the map above her head, and the islands tumble violently towards the fold in the center, crashing together and breaking. The ember of a half-smoked cigar catches on the paper, and a line of ominous smoke bleeds upward from the shattered debris.
Look at that face! Nellie's got like a paralysis demon face right there. Good God. The or the little ringlets don't help. Like a creepy doll.
You see? It's only getting worse. And if we don't act now, the well will destroy the lowers.
How can you know this for sure?
The mathematics are consistent, and the results are unequivocal. Over and over again, my models show the well destroying the lowers in a matter of weeks.
I hope you're wrong, kid. But I don't think you are. There's a pause, and then Apollo motions silently for Sam to join him. They confer in hushed voices. The kid's demonstration was harsh, but clear. And when the rebels turn back to us, it's obvious they know it too.
I'm sorry, but if
You're
Nellie...
right about this, then we can't let this lie.
If Nellie was trying to debrief me like this, I'd fear for my life. Well, it seems like it got to them, too.
All right. Say we throw out our plans and refocus everything on the word of this little jumped-up college kid. The whale's the thing, sure. What exactly are we supposed to do about it?
I'm so glad you asked. I've got just the solution. I've drawn up a blueprint for a dynamic Aether Inertia Subversion Emitter, or DAISY for short. She'll fix the well.
Oh, wonderful. And this has all been an incredible waste of time. Thank you so much, darling. Now we have barons to deal with. Off to work with you. Chop chop.
Oh, I can't construct her yet. I'm missing an Aether core. A Bronson 6X-340 to be exact.
Yeah. Let me check my parts bin real quick. You think you can find Aether cores just lying around? Or some Aethernea stupid enough to crash their own island for a payday they'd never even see?
It's Daisy?
Sorry, run that name by me one more time.
Cute, isn't it? I tried out a few others, like Clara, short for Centripetal Lift Actuator Resonance Array, and Mouse, Mass Offset Unit for Singularity Elimination, but she just really seems like a Daisy to me.
Could have been like Dorothy and Twister.
Okay, if you say so. Cress, take it easy.
You know what she's asking is crazy, Gia. Aether cores are what keep entire islands floating. Even if
It'll cost a pretty penny, I know. Millions of pretty pennies. Just give the kid some air, all right? Cress throttles down, crossing her arms and raising a skeptical eyebrow.
Apollo, what do you think? Is there anyone in our network?
Oh, there's Hi-Hat Abernathy, but he's unreliable. The mistress would have been preferable, but she's dead. I suppose there's always Killmeyer.
Oh dear.
Who's that?
A power broker based in Little Germany. A baron, until Marm took everything from him. Deadly as a tiger with some of the most powerful connections in the city. But he might just be the only person who can get his hands on an Aether core.
Balthazar Killmeyer, what a name.
So, who's going to ask him?
Oh, and we have a volunteer. Thank you so much, Gia darling.
Hang on a second.
You'll meet with him and arrange a deal. He'll be putty in your hands, I'm sure of it.
Terms.
Listen, I'm nobody's errand girl. We need to set terms.
All right, then here they are. Get it done, and we'll pay you better than any smuggling job you've ever had. Good enough?
We have terms.
I want to hit him with a sharp retort.
And a
Nobody
knife.
tells me what to do, least of all this candy apple jerk. But we both know he's right, and the rest is just air. I decide not to waste any more of it. Yeah, good enough.
In the meantime, we'll reach out to our mole in Dreamland and gauge the situation there.
Well, that makes 2 new recruits in one day. We've had worse. Welcome to the underground, Gia. Nellie. We're going to do great things together.
With that, he turns his attention back to his work. We stand there, fresh fodder for the cannons, dismissed without a word. I shake away my uncertainty and pull Nellie aside. Hey, I enjoyed your little demonstration. Can we talk?
Thank you. A bit crude, but I think it served it. Yes, sure. Come by the lab when you're ready.
Jeez. Oh, look, we can talk to the entire gang.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Hear anything from White Street? Her eyes listlessly follow a mote of dust, thoughts lost to a barony miles away.
Whitecaps didn't get into the free home. Poppers held them off until Eli died. Now, they're too busy fighting over that bloody throne to care about getting into a scrap with a bunch of rats.
Yeah, we'll be able to save a lot of people and get filthy rich all at the same time. You know?
Even the quartermaster's happy turning a blind eye to us. Supply situation hasn't improved much, but at least he'll let the Aetherians do what we need to, if we aren't obvious about it.
Can't imagine it's easy for anyone over there right now.
No.
How are you doing, Cress?
Exactly how long are you planning on mother henning me?
Till the end of the game?
That depends. Is there anything I gotta worry about?
Well, Nosy, since you asked, I'm doing better. I can hold a wrench, and I'm focused enough to keep my eyes on the road. Helps we got bigger things to worry about than Eli, thanks to you and your client putting a spotlight on the well. See you soon.
How about
Hello,
you?
darling.
Hello, darling.
What kind of outfit am I joining here exactly?
Could you be more specific, please?
Come on, Hollywood. No offense, but you're a phony. Is this the real deal or just another dog and pony show to you?
If he got a thrill out of having an argument with Gia, I'm wondering if he's literally just acting. He's doing this for an adrenaline rush.
I'll give him credit. He takes my jab like a champ, swaying only slightly at my sudden rudeness. His smile is nicely composed, but when he answers, there's fire in his voice.
Oh, it's very real, Gia darling. To me and to everyone here. Someday I'll take you to dinner and tell you all about it.
Only if you're paying.
It's a deal.
Why me, huh?
I'm sorry.
Why throw in your lot with me? You don't even know me, pal. I could turn tail and rat you out the moment I walk out that door.
Are you going to?
I stare at him, trying to see past the well-moisturized facade into the beating heart beneath. He's doing the same to me. After a tense string of moments, our locked horns finally separate, and he smiles.
Didn't think so, darling.
Well, fine.
Isn't there someplace else we could find an Aether core for the kid?
Not that I'm aware of. If the problem's as urgent as she claims, we don't have time to root around anyhow.
How would Killmeyer have gotten his hands on one?
You know what they say, sweetheart? Hows and whys are just tears and sighs. Let the worrywarts sweat over that. You and I are more about action. Am I right?
Let's not try and make friends now.
You're not wrong.
Arrivederci, darling.
Dipstick.
Oh, hello.
What can you tell me about the underground?
Not much you couldn't figure out for yourself, I'm sure. It's a fledgling organization, but a crucial one. If nothing else, it works as leverage for my more, formal negotiations.
Can't be cheap.
Well, funding isn't the issue. Security is. Especially after today.
Sam sounds just like George Carlin, and I like that a lot.
Don't worry about the little doctor. She's one of the good ones.
If she's with you, then I'm sure she is.
Like, it's that hybrid, because I said it was kind of like Rob Reiner. It's like Rob Reiner and George Carlin kind of fused together.
Why are you trusting me, Sam?
Cressa's vote counts for a lot with me. And I saw how you handled our people at the tomb. Nobody sticks their neck out like that in the lowers. Not unless there's profit in it.
You think I'm only in it for the money?
You tell me, young lady.
His gaze isn't accusing. It's patient and kind, like a leathery old tortoise's. He doesn't need to tell me there's more to gain than money. I can read that, and a lot more from his eyes alone. We'll see. Are you sure Killmeyer is our only option for this Aether core?
He's an unpleasant fellow, difficult to negotiate with, and easily distracted. But we play the hand we're dealt. I do believe he'll have the access we need.
You've had to negotiate with him before?
Briefly. We were trying to stem his overuse of terriers. The talks did not go well. Well, the Undercity League is no longer welcome. But I do still get word from the Aethenians on occasion.
And?
Yeah, the money helps.
Not much has changed, I'm afraid. See you.
Okay. Well, there's our rebellion. Nope. Ooh, a steamer trunk.
Nellie seems to be applying her vast know-how in the construction of some kind of Aether-powered gizmo. I recognize some parts salvaged from Cressa's garage, but some pieces and the ultimate function of the thing are alien to me. The kid keeps a glass jar close at hand, half full of sweets. I'm sure she won't mind if I sneak one. Not even fresh brewed coffee's enough to cut through the scent of decades-old mulch.
Open. Oh, Nellie's got a expert repair kit. I shall take that. And there we are. Good, good, good.
Hi, Gia.
Hey, that was quite the demonstration you put on in there. How come you didn't tell me you'd found a solution for the well?
I came running in to do just that, silly. Thankfully, we're all up to speed now. I've had a major breakthrough after studying the red Aether weaponry we acquired in White Street.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
With some effort, it can be harnessed and controlled as purple Aether, or as I like to call it, harmonic Aether. Isn't that exciting?
This is like the Lantern Core. There's so many different colors of Aether.
How does that work exactly?
Well, as you know, Aether-derived artificial gravity can be created and focused using electromagneto-gravitational fields by channeling Aether mist through specialized lattices. But by manipulating the resonance of those fields, it's possible to excite Aether molecules into a variety of interesting states. With me so far?
I think so. Keep talking.
Great! In its naturally occurring, energetically stable form, Aether glows blue. That's the Cherenkov effect, of course.
Of course.
But by tightly focusing the resonance of a blue Aether field, its energetic potential increases almost exponentially, at which point it glows red.
But becomes unstable.
How However, in this highly energetic state, Aether is also highly unstable. The energy output is terrific, but with increased power comes increased likelihood of catastrophic system collapse. This is why red Aether is so dangerous. It's potent, yes, but there's no way to guarantee it won't release all its energy at once, at any moment. Which means... Kaboom! But, as I said, I believe I found a specific resonant frequency we can use to stabilize red Aether while it's still maximizing its energy potential. And, as a bonus, the photons moving through at that specific frequency produce a lovely deep indigo color. Quite pretty.
Wow. Okay then.
I love it when science has aesthetics.
I'm becoming strangely familiar with the feeling of admiration I get talking to this kid. She's more than smart. She's a damn prodigy.
Exhale, exhale.
How did you do this so fast?
To be honest, many of the initial advancements were made at Olympus Park by my mentors and colleagues. The issue was always heat dispersal, but I think I found a way around that. It was quite simple, actually.
So what you're saying is...
I'm the best there is. Not to brag or anything.
Okay, sure. What exactly does that mean for us?
It means that red Aether is quite unsafe, but also has huge potential for amazing practical applications. With the correct modifications, we can enjoy the benefit of its enhanced power without its dangerous instability.
Okay.
Nellie indicates a tangle of steel and wires glowing from within with a warm violet tone. After a moment, I recognize it as part of General Eli's war weaponry.
I was able to convert the General's red Aether weapon into a stable beam emitter. See? Harmonic Aether.
Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. Ooh. An Aether beam weapon inspired by a less stable predecessor, less likely to explode. Damn. Ooh. Gimme.
I'll say it, Doc. I'm impressed. This is really safe for me to use?
Oh, certainly. And this is just the beginning. The more you can salvage, the more experimentation I'll be able to do in my free time.
Thanks, Nellie. This is great work.
You're so very welcome. But if you really want to thank me, I'd like to come along to meet this Killmeyer person.
Nuh-uh. He may have had his wings clipped when Marm took over his barony, but he's still got claws, and he keeps them sharp. You don't want to be anywhere near him.
I can handle myself, you know.
I know you can, kid. But he's the type to slit your throat as soon as look at you. And you're too valuable to put at risk right now. Answer's no.
You're gonna sneak your way somewhere, or somehow.
Come on, I insist. Can you distinguish an Aether core from a venting filter? You'll need my expertise, or else he might swindle you.
You are the expert, and he is a swindler. Guess I can't argue with that.
Come along. Adventure.
Excellent. Oh, it'll be fun.
Of course it will. See you soon.
Nellie has researched new technology. From time to time, Nellie will research new Aether tech and make these items available to you. It's worth checking Nellie's lab when visiting the hole. Alright, well, let's go ahead and install this thing. Yeah, Nellie's got a lot of...
Randazzo. Rough skies today.
All the characters are very well written.
What else is new, huh? Listen, I need a ride to Klein Deutschland.
Killmeyer's turf. A rabid dog on his best days. And now he's cornered. Foaming at the mouth. Why would you ever want to go there?
I've heard of the guy, but haven't met him. Have you?
Once, years back, hired my tug for a week. Some kind of German festival or some such.
Oktoberfest?
Oktoberfest?
Gesundheit. Anyways, he was a baron back then. Not so much anymore. Now that old Dreamland ducky's got her claws in him.
Interesting. What was your impression of him?
Big man. Big appetites. Not a feller used to hearing folks say no.
A lot of rumors about him. I heard he's into all sorts of skullduggery.
And flimflammery.
Then you heard right, girl. He's got eyes all over the city.
But if his territory's been taken over by Marm, he can't be that dangerous anymore, can he?
It's the wounded animal what bites the hardest. You ought to stay away from him if you want to stay upright.
Yar.
Not much chance of that, I'm afraid.
Well, then take this. No use for it myself. Might be you can butter him up a bit.
You have received exotic butters.
Frog hands me an antique compass, stamped with a German manufacturer's label. Despite its age, I can see my reflection in its clear, burnished brass.
Well, thank you, sir.
Okay, let's go.
All aboard, then?
I was about to say, I was like, I don't want to leave yet. Let's go to the apartment. Anything new? Check the stash. Got another machine gun. Oh, whoops. Okay. What is the weight of this thing? Stabilized Aether. Aether damage is 2 compared to the potential. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go with that. We're going to equip the stabilized Aether beam, because I assume there's probably going to be some sort of baddies we're going to be dealing with where Aether weapons are going to be more powerful and more effective than conventional weapons. It'll be nice to have that ace in the hole. Got that. What do we have for our weapons for the... Okay, we got the Gatling gun. We would need more armor. Need to make yourself some nachos before you have a blood pressure crash. Alright, Salty, thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. Have a great night.
Miss, clear skies to you.
There you are.
Ooh. Ask about business after White Street.
White Street's tearing itself apart right now. Must be cleaning up nicely from it.
Yes. They're in need of guns, food, safety. Things I'm able and willing to provide. And they'll continue to receive it for a fair price.
Exactly how long were you planning for this?
You planned for a storm cloud, no? White Street's been ready to burst for years. If Eli did not give it the final push, something else would.
She exhales a puff of smoke.
How is Cress?
She could be doing better. She lost a lot of people in White Street.
Eli is dead. I can think of no better consolation.
Were you born here in the city?
No. I am a daughter of Zagreb. My parents are of old Illyria. They brought me to New York to be a princess in the new kingdom of Croatia. It is a beautiful place, Giovanna. And an even more beautiful dream.
You're not telling me the whole story. Come on, spill it. Where are your folks now?
We don't have enough faction.
They're dead.
Sorry to hear that. But I know how you feel.
I sincerely doubt that.
Really? I was closer to Alfonso than anyone. Then this city took him. You might run things down here in the hole, but you don't have a monopoly on grief, all right?
That's a bit petty, Gia.
Maybe I pushed it too far.
Yeah.
But the easy, aloof expression Tiana wears like a favorite coat suddenly disappears, and her voice blooms with genuine warmth. She places a hand over mine.
I am sorry, Giovanna. That's terrible. And you are right. It doesn't matter who does the taking. Some gutter rat bastard desperate for a meal, or some suit-wearing demon from the Heights who never even knew your mother's name. All that matters is what they took away.
The Heights? What do you mean?
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Just be careful. The higher up you go in this city, the less air there is to breathe.
Right. I found some things that are more unique.
And pray tell, what diamonds in the rough have you found?
Oh god, no, we're not selling the compass. No, we need that.
That's all.
Alright, so we've got... Do we have any new armor? Light armor? More light armor? Okay. Trying to remember what the weight class is for these things, but that small concealed storage department is class.
Just got a new shipment in. Don't be a stranger.
The South Central, or don't be a menace. Alright, private ferry, let's go. Oh, look, we got a new island available, guys, since White Street is in flames. Now arriving at the Dreamland ferry port. Hopefully our car doesn't get stolen again. Ooh. Pandemonium checkpoint? Pandemonium? Ooh. Hey, Standing Wolf, what's going on? Alright. Let's go ahead and... We gotta be patient. We'll see all of this in time. Let's go talk to Killmeyer.
We're here. The Spritzenhaus Beer Hall. New York's own little slice of Bavarian cheese, and Killmeyer's personal haunt. Little Germany's a veritable forest of no-good varmints, and he's the biggest one with the sharpest claws. I should step carefully. Got no interest in getting scratched.
Varmints?
I've heard they have soft pretzels. I can't wait to try one.
We talked about this. You're staying put.
I'll order you a pretzel and bring it to the car.
Okay. You're right. I'll just listen to my radio shows. Don't be long.
Nellie switches on the radio and tunes the dial to some torrid-sounding drama. I didn't even realize we had an AM transmitter in this heap.
Ooh. Oh, there's the big guy. I've said it before, this world is so, like, rich and thought out. Ooh, we can buy things.
The place is a riot of music, laughter, and German conviviality. Spilled beer makes a flytrap up the floor. Rusting suits of armor guard the perimeter, and the air stinks of sweat and smoked meat. Killmeyer nods absently at the musicians, who take his cue and finish their polka with a relieved flourish. I approach the stage. Up close, their lederhosen might be even louder than their instruments. Guten Tag, gents. You don't happen to know the fellow up there, do you? I nod in Killmeyer's direction, and their flushed faces turn suddenly pale. The tuba player leans down to me, anxiously holding on to a pleasant smile.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's Killmeyer. Everyone knows him.
Not me. Feel like giving a girl an introduction?
Sorry, madam. We're just here to play. We don't want any trouble.
Look for clues about the man's sphere. Why for you scurred?
He wipes a kerchief across his brow, and his trembling hand suggests it's not the music making or the stifling heat making him perspire. I spy the corner of a well-worn photograph, a little fat-cheeked boy peeking out of his side pocket.
Augustus Gloot.
That your son? Hope so. It'd be a bit strange to pocket a photo of someone else's kid.
Yes.
Let me guess. His safety, his future. It's all at the whim of the big man upstairs, and how well you dance to his tune. Or play, I guess.
How did you...
Not my first rodeo, pal. You got those in Germany? Nah, never mind. Thanks.
I need to roll a 7 or better. Oh, actually, I need to roll an 8. Let's go ahead and leave the musicians to their break. Let's see what else we can find.
All right, then. Enjoy your evening. The bartender here at Spritzen House serves up more than a stiff drink. If it's guns and it's stolen, he's the man to see. There's no better place to pick up a little contingency plan for a run gone sideways.
He serves the shots, and I am not talking schnapps.
Show me what you've got.
Gravity Maul. Good lord. Repulsor Nova. Harness the miraculous power of magnets to push away anyone brave enough to approach you. Magnets. How do they work? Okay. Improved shotgun. Ooh. Buy for 108. Now we're getting into some good stuff here. Might be time to consider Repulsor Wrecker. That's an auxiliary part. Standard machine gun. What should we do here? I've got an expensive bottle of champagne. That might be what we need to do to get into his good graces. Scout rifle. A long-range rifle. If you can see it, you can shoot it. Buy for $287. That actually may be more... Let's go ahead and see... That's a projectile damage of 6, right? That might not be a good choice, but... And we also have the ability of a medium concealed storage compartment, which is handy. But I'm wondering what the weight is of...
Keep your whistle wet and your powder dry.
Vehicles... 15 out of 19. 4 out of 21. Yeah, I don't think we can look at that stuff just yet. Oh.
A pair of patrons stare each other down over a pile of cash. I pull up a chair and place my billfold on the table to show them I'm flush. I watch as their greedy eyes fix on the money. Can 3 play at this game? The other players nod their assent, and a moment later I flag down a hostess for a drink.
Bet the house? Good lord. Oh, wow, a strong position with Daredevil. 6 or better. We're doing it. 6. No! Crap! We just lost $80.
I misplay my hand to raucous laughter. My opponents split the pot, and I leave with my tail between my legs.
No. Sad.
Balthazar Kilmeyer's a great bear of a man, with scars and fine silk stretched over his overfed frame. He affects a kingly air, adorned with gold from the gaudy rings screwed onto his sausage fingers to the schoolboy curls plastered to his skull. Herr Kilmeyer, can I have a word?
Aha! A word, a drink, a bite of sausage. It's all yours for the taking, meine Schatzi. I don't believe we've met. Dieter, bring her a beer.
No thanks. I'm here to talk business.
I make it a point to only do business with people I know. And we've only just met, my dear. Please. I insist.
Ooh, kingpin vibes.
One of his cronies appears with a glass beer mug as tall as my boot. Foam sloshes out as he pushes it into my hands. At the same moment, I feel a pinch as the goon next to me points a switchblade at my ribs. A test, then.
That's not a switchblade. Okay.
Listen, pal. I know better than to come here empty-handed. Can we skip the formalities?
We handed off the compass.
I produced the old compass Throg gave me, and watch Kilmeyer's face contort with a sickening mix of boyish glee and patriotic pride.
Ein Hofstadter. These were used by my country's navy in the war. My father had one just like it. I never thought to see one again. Very thoughtful gift indeed. I am at your disposal.
A casual flick of Kilmeyer's hand sends the staff into a frenzy as they clear a table for him downstairs. He settles his great bulk onto the groaning, protesting bench and gestures magnanimously for me to sit across from him.
Now then, what is your name, Liebling?
Gia Randazzo.
Oh, you are an impressive young woman, Miss Randazzo. Why don't you stay with us for a while and we'll get to know each other more intimately?
Lunch first.
He runs his tongue over his lips, a pig slavering at the trough. Sweat glistens on his forehead. His goons loom like vultures. Suddenly, I feel like vomiting. Ugh, tempting. But tonight I'm just after an Aether core. A Bronson, if you can get one. His eye twitches involuntarily, and then the beer hall echoes with his booming laughter. I wait, impassive, while he wipes the tears from his ruddy cheeks. Seeing my expression, though, he gapes in disbelief.
You are serious? But this is impossible, Liebling.
I was told nothing's impossible for the great Kilmeyer. What's one little Aether core to the Baron of Klein Deutschland?
As susceptible as I am to flattery, I am also not a fool. It is true, I can get anything I want, but nothing comes free. And what you are asking, it carries a high price indeed.
Of course. Name it.
Straight to it, eh? Very well then. 100,000.
Oh.
I'm afraid that's not going to work for me.
Oh? And why not?
Who do I look like, Apollo Diamond? Come on, be reasonable.
I think I have been more than reasonable with you, Schatzi. These are my terms. Take them or leave them.
Let me ask you, how well do you know Mar Magdalene?
Let's get him all nice and riled.
The air pressure drops around us, squeezing Kilmeyer's goons into their collars. I can practically feel my ears pop.
You are new to Klein Deutschland, Liebling, so I will excuse your mistake. We do not speak of Frau Weiss here, except to curse her name.
Ah, I see. Must be tough having your barony stolen out from under you. I get why you'd be sore. I'm pushing my luck. The fat man draws in breath and expands, like the next thing out of his mouth won't be words, but a jet of flame.
I caution you, Fraulein. You amuse me, but my patience has limits. Understand this. I will have my barony back from that elderly witch, and if you speak of her again in my presence, they will be your last words.
Jawohl, Herr Harkonnen.
Okay, take it easy. I get the picture. I'll drop it. What's my guarantee you can source the part I need?
You are a cosmopolitan woman. You must know there are no guarantees in life, but perhaps it will soothe you to know I have many contacts in the free homes here who have access to such things. If you have the money, I will find your trinket.
That's it?
Not enough for you, eh? All I can offer is my word.
That's what's making me queasy. You didn't even ask for details. That tells me one of two things. Either you really can get anything, or you're full of it. So which is it? My vision becomes a silver screen vignette, tightening in until all I can see is his gold-capped grin, stretching across his wide, pallid face.
Business is the art of trust, would you not agree? We shall have to trust one another.
Yeah, I suppose we will.
Can't wait for the swerve.
Fine. You got a deal.
Excellent. Give me some time to find your little trinket. In the meanwhile, you are free to enjoy the accommodations here. On the house.
Thanks. And just so you know, I'll have an expert verify the part's legit before you see a single dime from me.
I would be disappointed if you didn't, my dear.
Thanks for your time. I've got to go.
Ah, shame. I shall count the minutes until our next meeting. Auf Wiedersehen, my dear.
Well, thanks. I hate it. Return to Nelly.
The air outside, thick with pollution and city grime, is still a welcome relief after the stifling choke of Spritzenhaus. The feeling passes quickly as I notice my ride is empty. Not a physicist in sight.
Crap.
Nelly? What the hell? The radio's still playing, but the kid's nowhere to be seen. Instead, all that's left is a scrap of paper on her seat. Nellie's note is cryptic, written in a frantic hand. I can barely make out the details. Something about hearing an urgent message on the radio and heading to Ellis Island.
Ellis Island?
Damn it. That kid will be the death of me.
Oh, okay. Ellis Island, sans Statue of Liberty.
I'm like a filly wearing blinders as I gallop towards Ellis Island, which is why I don't see Dufresne's night black ride until it's right up alongside me. He's looking distinctly worse for wear, if no less grimly determined.
He is a persistent cuss.
You again? Leave me alone, you drip.
You went and bruised my pride back in White Street. Afraid it's personal now.
I thought you were just after the kid.
Oh, I am. I'll find her and bring her home. You can tell me where she is now like a good girl. Or I can dig it out from under your fingernails.
You'll have to run me off the road first.
Suit yourself.
What is this? Oh, we got... Okay, bystanders. I don't know what that is. Alrighty. I don't know what leaky hazard lane. Vehicles entering this lane take 1 Aether damage. Is it just entering the lane, though? Move here and shoot. Howie. Interesting. Alright, the good news is I am here. And you guys are going to take 3 collision damage. Choo-choo. And I think I'm just gonna end the turn and let them get hit by the... Oh crap, Gia's gonna get hit by it. Oh no, she's fine. We're fine. Ow.
These roads are falling apart.
Rude. Broken down oh. Alright. Can we move? No, that would actually raise the heat index. I think we're fine. We're gonna hide. We're gonna hide right here. I don't have enough AP. I can't jump over. Boy. I appreciate that. Now. We're going to... increase Gia's damage output.
This heap.
That's no heat on my
Insurance don't cover this kind of monkey business.
Yeah, had nothing to do with me.
Today you got lucky. Something else needs my attention. Besides, no sense killing you in such a public setting. We'll meet again, smuggler.
You better hope we don't.
Ah, Victoria. Improved pistol. Ideal when you only need a single bullet. Projectile damage 4. Weight +1. Okay. Let's get another... more nitro, and... we'll put the pistol there. Might want to equip the pistol if we've got the Aether. So while we're stopped, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use a basic repair kit. There we go. And we're also going to go ahead and have Crest do the same. That'll be handy. Oh, we got the scout rifle, though. The weight's the same. Medium AP. I don't know. I don't know which one would be best to use. I'm actually going to use... Move to Gia. Oh, I can't use that. Okay. I guess our heat isn't enough for it to really matter.
Okay, where's Nellie? I suppose the main building would be the first place to look.
So, of course, we're going to look elsewhere.
Passenger liners shuttle people in from all over the world, and smaller ferries escort them to their new homes in the city's baronies.
There's the base of the Statue of Liberty.
Ellis Island's immigration hub, where the American dream supposedly begins. A lot of huddled masses. Not a lot of breathing free these days, though. A shattered concrete base and a broken heel is all that's left of the Statue of Liberty. She fell into the well years back, and nobody's seen her since. Something about it reminds me of a poem I've probably forgotten. Above the bustling hum of the ferry, I hear the distinctive ringing of a bluebell, making his rounds to collect fares. They're a common enough sight, but I never did get used to seeing children doing shift work. He approaches me with a smile.
Oh, where I come from, Bluebell is an amazing brand of ice cream.
Hello, miss. There's a nickel, please.
What's the deal with you bluebells anyway?
Well, we wear blue, and we ring these little bells to signal departure, or make announcements to passengers like yourself.
Yeah, I got that. But how come you're all kids?
Couldn't say, miss. It's a good job, and I'm lucky to have it.
And what do your parents have to say about it?
Not much, miss. Seeing as they aren't around anymore. Will there be anything else?
Thanks for bringing up the trauma.
What's the latest at Ellis Island?
You didn't hear it from me, but the hubbub is there's some disagreement between the Bengali League and the Dresden Coalition. They're both fighting for space at the docks on account of the war.
The Dresden Coalition? How's a kid like you know so much anyway?
Part of the job, miss. Spoke to a fellow from Calcutta the other day. Some kind of delegate, I think. He seemed real sore about the whole thing. I said to him, we got space here for everyone.
And what did he say?
He said this is supposed to be the land of opportunity, but some folk get more opportunity than others.
You think that's true?
I reckon he's right, miss. But I do believe New York can be a home to anyone.
I believe you're right, kid. What's the state of things in the city right now?
Everyone's talking about White Street, even up in the Heights. It's been a long time since someone took down a baron in broad daylight.
Did they say who did it?
I'm not one to spread rumors, miss.
It's okay, you can trust me. What's the word about the perpetrator?
Well, they say 8-Shot Rendazzo did it. She is the most vicious killer in all the lowers. I met some folks who canceled their trip to Randall's and Ward's on account of being so scared they run into her.
Aww.
She sounds real dangerous. But you don't believe every rumor you hear, do you?
You think she's innocent?
You know how people talk. Maybe she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. What if she's actually a good person?
I don't know, miss. Seems to me you have to make quite a few mistakes to end up in that situation in the first place.
Some bad dice rolls.
I think you've got her number, kid. I hand the kid a nickel, which he deposits smoothly in the barreled coin collector at his waist.
Much obliged, miss.
See ya, kid.
Have a nice day.
Of course we're gonna pay the kid. We're not a monster. Oh, okay, there's Nellie talking to somebody. Could that be a family member?
The immigration officers are doing their best to keep things civil amongst the din, but they look like they haven't had a break in hours. A few haven't even had a chance to shave. The building's stained glass fresco bathes the cavernous space in multicolored light, sprinkling a surreal, numinous calm atop the human tumult. Banners representing some of the city's baronies hang like advertisements on a marquee, selling hope and prosperity to desperate newcomers. Too bad for them, it's all snake oil.
Yeah, there's White Street right there.
One family in particular seemed to be half asleep on their feet. Seeing the hardship of their journey, I'm suddenly a little girl again, standing just where they are, feeling just as tired and just as scared. Anything Customs raises their eyebrows at ends up here. I peer inside the crack of the door and notice the alarm wire, rigged to detect entry.
No risk it, no biscuit! Hey! There's no biscuit. Now there is heat.
I slide a knife into the gap and run it down toward the knob. The wire catches and splits raggedly. I watch a red light flash in the room, signaling a silent alarm. I'm a dozen paces away, leaning casually against a wall when an official jogs by. I'm glad my day didn't just get a whole lot more exciting.
Oh, I wanted the gear. Man, our rolls have been piss poor today.
Scanning the crowd, I finally pick out the shine of Nellie's distinctive platinum blonde hair. She's talking to a middle-aged man I don't know. I make sure to keep her in eyeshot and keep my temper in check as I make my way downstairs towards them. Pardon the interruption, but what the hell, Nellie? Nellie spins, her expression betraying genuine shock at my sudden appearance. She's keyed up with emotion, her neck flushed, and her words spill out faster than she can control them.
Gia, why are you... Oh, Gia, this is Professor Alistair Gardner. I can't believe it. I thought he was dead.
As did I, my dear. When I woke up, bruised and bloody, and you were nowhere to be found. But we're together again, and that's what matters.
My hackles have raised.
I know. Gia, isn't it wonderful?
Oh, hello, Miss Randazzo. I've heard so much about you already.
So you're the mentor from the Heights.
Indeed, it was a pleasure meeting you. Now, Eleanor, don't you think we ought to...
It was extraordinary, Gia. He wrote in the radio show and left a secret message just for me. Between segments, they read personal advertisements. You see, the professor didn't use names, but I knew immediately it was him. I'm sorry I had to leave so quickly.
As she babbles, I cast an eye over her companion. He seems pleasant, if a bit fidgety, like he's impatient or something. What's going on here exactly?
Yeah, I smell something fishy.
I heard about the attack at the Institute. Surprised anyone made it out.
So am I. A terrible, terrible tragedy.
But we're still here, and we're together again.
We certainly are, my dear.
The scholar seems reluctant to share more details about the attack. I suppose it's understandable. Who'd want to relive that? Clutched in his hand, I can see a pair of ferry tickets. They're close enough for me to read the words Olympus Gates stamped across the top. That's the entrance to the Heights, And those ferries aren't cheap. Gardner clocks me eyeing the tickets in his hand and smoothly pockets them. Going somewhere?
Well, of course! We've got to get back to Olympus Park. There's so much to do.
Indeed, my dear. And if we want to make our ferry, we better get going.
Wait a second. Nellie, you can't just leave.
But Professor Gardner...
You have to fix the well. And I just ran into our old friend Dufresne. Did you know he's still looking for you? You can't go back to the heights. It's not safe. Nellie seems pulled in opposite directions, like she's stuck between magnets, her mind rapidly computing the factors separating her new life in the lowers and her old mentor who's suddenly back in the flesh.
Professor, Gia is right. I'm being foolish. I have to stay and fix the well.
How's he gonna react to that?
I don't think these tickets are refundable, but if you think that's what's best, I know enough by now not to try and stop you.
All right then. I'll stay and finish my work. We've got a well to fix.
I wish you the best of luck. Please contact me if you need my help.
Professor, don't be ridiculous. You're coming to stay with us at the hole, isn't he, Gia?
Oh no, I couldn't. I won't impose myself like that. Don't give it another thought.
I'm getting awfully sick of people not listening to me. You're coming to stay with us, and that's final.
Gardner looks to me, shrugging helplessly. I've spent enough time with Eleanor Reinhardt to know exactly how he feels. We share a small half-smile. Hell, always room for one more. I'm headed there now anyways. We have lots to talk about.
Report back to Apollo. This has a swerve all over it.
Above the bustling hum of the ferry, I hear the distinctive ringing of a bluebell.
Hello, miss. There's a nickel, please.
See ya, kid.
Have a nice day.
Guess we just got some info from him. Alright. Back to Dreamland. And not the good Kirby kind. He'll see you now.
Welcome to the hole, Professor. It isn't much, but it's home.
How quaint.
We'll find you somewhere to stay. Oh, and just wait until you see my lab. Wait, I've got to clean up.
Thank you again, Miss Randazzo. I'm going to get myself situated. I'll see you both very soon.
As he totters off on his cane, the kid turns to me, her eyes sparkling like twin gemstones.
Thank you, Gia. I can't tell you what it means to me to have him back.
Enough to run off on me without a word?
Oh, of course. How thoughtless of me. I'm sorry, Gia. Did you get my note at least? Well, you did find me. I had no choice. I had to go. I thought he was dead. You understand, don't you?
I feel two spiteful wolves circling each other within me. The kid's lucid, pleading stare makes one thing clear. My next words will burrow straight into her heart. I better choose them carefully. Look, I get it. If I had a chance to see my Zio Alfonso again. But kid, you're in it now, understand? Whether you like it or not, you've got other people along with you on this ride. Nobody knows better than me why a girl has to look out for number one. But you're not alone anymore. None of us are. Nellie smiles, and my whole world lights up like fireworks.
Thank you, Gia. I really needed to hear that. I just never expected to hear it from you.
I got my moments. Nellie practically sprints off to rejoin her mentor, and I adjust my hat before setting off to visit our resident movie star.
Okay. Armor Buster. Increasing projectile damage. And then there's the magnet that we saw before. want to do a grenade? Give her a little bit of oomph. I may want to think on that. Let's do the grenade. AP of 4. Damage enemy vehicles in a small. The heat is noticeable. Oh, I have to take that into account as well. Well, let's try the armor buster. We'll grab that. That should be a fine purchase. There we are. With the sludge. I know it only does one aether damage, but man, that discreet really... That heat can really mess up some of our dice rolls. Kind of how we have Gia spec'd out.
Back already, huh? See you soon.
We'll check the lab. Nothing new. All right. Let's see what's next up.
I'm about to knock on the door when I hear muffled voices on the other side. I lean my ear against the cold wood, snatches of tense conversation fluttering past me like crisp leaves on the wind.
And for the birthday bash, if there's enough money...
Need help now. How many more islands before...
Understand that, but if we...
Not good enough. I'm alone out here.
Oh, damn it, Sam. Tell her.
The divide between the two erstwhile leaders of the underground seems to be widening. I'm no politician, but it seems to me they're in dire need of unity in their ranks if they don't want this campaign to fall apart before the votes are counted.
Unity!
I give the door a few sharp knocks. Apollo's face and his expensive aftershave are there to greet me when it opens. He ushers me in.
Sophie's agitated. You heard her, Sam. The situation is becoming more unstable, and Mom's birthday is only days away. We have to move.
Sophie?
Sophie Seltzer, leader of the Does and our mole in Dreamland.
Oh.
Sharp as a switchblade, but thankfully she's with us. And she needs my help dealing with Mom now.
We got someone deep undercover.
Look, I agree. Mom is a loose bolt who wants tightening. The Aethenians are the only thing holding that monstrosity up in the sky. And I can't say the labor talks are going great. But you saw the girls' demonstration. We can't ignore the well.
You know what I can't ignore? The pledge you and I made. You remember, don't you? The strong, the weak, the worthy, the meek, etc.
Should I come back later?
Yeah.
Apollo and Sam deflate, letting their hackles down like a pair of chastised dogs.
Sorry, Gia. We tend to get carried away. How'd the meet with Killmeyer go?
I want to know more about this Sophie of yours.
Sure. You ever heard of a fellow called Dropper Brody?
You saying she was the one who finally got the drop on him?
Nothing gets by you, darling. Finnegan Drive, the Peony Parade, even the baseball debacle in 33, all Sophie. Every one of the city's sleazy urban legends involves her in one way or another. Suppose that's why I like her so much.
Sounds like she and I are cut from a similar cloth. But how can you trust her?
I'm running a rebel cell, Gia dear. How can I trust anyone? Everything eventually comes down to needs and wants. She wants Mom gone. So do we. For now, that's enough.
Allies of convenience.
I want to know more about this situation with Marm. What's she up to exactly?
She's expanding her territory recklessly and amassing huge wealth for her birthday bash. At a great human cost.
Which is why we have to act quickly.
What do you mean? What human cost?
She's taking over entire islands and grafting them onto Dreamland. Blackmail, extortion, force, nothing's beneath her. We're not sure where she's getting the technology she uses, but whenever she absorbs an island, people die.
What kind of technology is Marm using?
It's far too powerful for simple black market refits. It has to cost a fortune to do what she's doing. Meaning it's specialized. The kind of kit nobody in the lowers has ever seen.
So where's she getting it from then?
Oh, that, Gia darling, is the million-dollar question. And you've got to help us answer it.
The meet with Killmeyer went well, I think. He says he can get the Aether core. But he's asking a king's ransom for it.
Damn. Maybe we ought to just steal it from him.
There you go, Sam.
Killmeyer has connections with people that don't exist, who get supplies from places nobody can find. Marm may have embarrassed him, but that's only made him more dangerous. And we don't have a mole in his camp like we do with Marm.
What he's asking... it's ludicrous. I'm rich, darling, but I'm not that rich.
Are we going to ignore the girl's warning about the well?
People are dying, Sam. We can't just stand by.
So what do? Countless more lives will be lost if we don't consider the bigger picture. We need to reprioritize our plans.
Let's interject, guys, because this is probably an old dance.
I'll say this much for sure, gents. We don't just sit here flapping our gums about it. Apollo looks ready to lash out at me, but at a stern look from Iron Hand, he thinks better of it, and the pair cross their arms in unison. The squabble that had been building like a storm front above our heads dissipates. They fume silently for what feels like an eternity. I mull over their words, and the image of Marm wading through piles of gold, snatching up other baronies like a shark swimming through crowded waters. Then it hits me. Wait a second. You said Marm's loaded, right? Gold, treasure, the works? They nod at me in sync, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Ooh, it's time for a heist.
Let's steal it. They stare at me, then at one another, dumbfounded. In an instant, they snap into focus and lean in close as they weigh the risks in hushed, excited tones.
Not as crazy as it sounds, Sam. She might be onto something.
It's robbing Peter to pay Paul, but it might be our best shot. Killmeyer's on the alert, but Marm's not. She's distracted. We can use that.
And she can't keep expanding without capital. We'd stop her dead in her tracks.
And the girl can fix the well.
And Mom gets a sucker punch where it'll really hurt.
So, are we robbing a casino or what?
Let's go.
All three of us burst out laughing, and Apollo embraces Sam as he whoops with excitement. Their passion is infectious, and Apollo's eyes are alight with purpose as he clasps his hands together.
All right. Here's the plan. 1, I'll hook Gia up with Sophie. They can coordinate and figure out how to access Marm's vault inside the Pandemonium Casino.
2, we stage a distraction, grab the loot, and get out.
And finally, 3, you meet with Killmeyer again and get that Aether core.
Well, what are we just standing around for? Let's get to work.
All right, guys. Well, looks like once again we're going to be killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and preventing this island fusion happening, robbing a casino, and hopefully keeping the well from expanding. And we'll see if this plan goes well in the next episode. Hope y'all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.